Hey guys, so we're back with another video. This time we'll be talking about Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Now, I just got done watching the film. There's a lot of things I just want to get out my chest because this is going to be a 25-minute long ranting about what went wrong with this film. Now, I know that the film been filming since the pandemic, from what they said. This movie had so many delays from not really releasing, from switching the dates. It was so much going on to actually make this movie happen in the first place. The fact that this movie even released within itself is even a bigger shocker to me. Today we're gonna go through each ranting part of this movie, which I called it as episode, that the movie could have been better. It could have been so much better. But apparently the creator, the writer of this Jeepers Creepers Reborn, as we call it, just messed up the thing so bad that I'm gonna try my best to stay professional without losing without using any, cursing language. Because I am just baffled that this movie, anybody that goes to see it in the theaters, that's like, you're a fool. You could have just sit back in your home and just wait for this movie to actually become available and just watch it from your home. Like, there was no point of it for using it to go to the internet or even the theaters to even go see the movie like this. The movie, if I were to put it in chronological order, this will be my 0 score for this movie. This movie makes Jeepers Creepers 3 looks much better than anything else. At least Jeepers Creepers 3 took place right in between Jeepers Creepers 1 as well as Jeepers Creepers 2, which in a weird way, Jeepers Creepers 2 will be considered as the third movie for the franchise, because the creeper ended up going to the bus right after he picked up Derry, and he killed the head chief cop from the third movie. And then the creeper decided to went after the boy that names Buddy. He was going to the basketball championship at the end of the movie, where we saw Trish just apparently reveal herself, saying that she's not forgiving the creeper what happened. I think 23 years ago, what happened to Derry, and then that was the end of the movie. Even though the special effects of the third movie was kind of lacking, at least we still had Jonathan Brick as the creeper, and he still had the look of the creeper. It's just that they had him in like a better, because you know how some movies where the weather has to be just right to film. I think that's what happened to the third movie, sadly. But after the third movie, and they kind of have a good cliffhanger, I could clearly say that. And then the creeper yelled out, due to the fact that whatever that they know about it, from anybody that's been touching his original body parts, actually saw what the creeper was, which in the viewer's standpoint, we didn't get to see what the creeper was. Flash forwarding to the fourth movie, which was the Scream Media films, which Scream Media did not find a best way to promote the film properly. But if you look at some of the sketches here, you could clearly see that the creeper, the last time we saw the creeper was when he was hanging in the Tagger's barn with his face closed like a damn freaking flower. You could clearly see the sketches from I guess like a comic book, which they are some comics books that came out for the creeper during they were filming this, I guess before Jeepers Creepers 3 came out. There were like some comics books, because I actually own one of the comics books. But as you could see behind the films of the Reborn, you could clearly see they tried like horribly, I would say, to recreate the creeper. Like the film festival, whatever horror festival that they were trying to combine it with the creeper. The creeper basically became like a slasher. Like this guy right here, I do not like what he did with the script with the creeper. He actually made the creeper more useless. And if you could see each of the faces of the creeper right here, you could clearly see, I thought that we were getting something stronger from what we saw from the trailer, and we end up getting the same bullcrap from the trailer. Like, it did not make sense one bit. Like, the behind the scene pictures, at least some of the thing, the only good thing about the whole thing was that the poster of the creeper was the only good thing about the movie. Like, there was parts in the movie that it's like it was not needed. Like, everything felt bad. Like, this part of the poster, I really liked it because it shows like all these bodies, and then if you zoom back, you could clearly see the creeper's face and everything, which was probably the most interesting thing about the posters. All the posters that came out for the Reborn was good. That's the only good thing about the film. Like, at first they try to recreate the incident of how the creeper started like stacking people's bodies and shooting them down the church cellar, and when they saw that did not work, they switched it. They kept switching things, and we never get to see if the creeper get to someone or snatch someone. Like, they cut the scenes too quickly, and the creeper didn't even felt scary. He felt like a slasher movie. Even like the old phonograph that they have on the creeper, like when he likes playing his music, that was taken out the way. Like, it was so many things that was so off about the movie that it left a bitter taste in my mouth. Like, the first two movies, when you watched it, you felt like the suspense, everything was killing you to know what's going on. Like, even though they use green screen on so many things, it's like they could have done better. It felt like people were just trying to find a way to make money. That's literally what it was. It's like I was trying to find pandemic money, so I end up doing it. Like, there's so many behind the scenes of things that they could have left in the movie. Like, the truck was not the same. Everything was just completely off. If you could see behind, like, the truck was not the same. Some of the fewer things is where they had like recorded like the scenery. The scenery is the only thing that was good about the film. Besides that, the posters, like I said, like when you get to see what the creeper looks like and how freakishly tall he is, it's stupid. Like, it got to a point where, like, what was the point of recording all this and not even showing? Not only this movie was so delayed, a lot of people started they started not having high hopes. Even in the trailer, we had to see like different mythological creatures like Papa Legba, which is a very culture lower in the Haitian community, or New Orleans as well. Like, there were so many significant characters people was dressed up as. I would assume that they were trying to do something crazy and understanding about this, but they never got into it. And then you even saw like the different dolls of the people that was from the past of the creepers, and they never brought these things up again. These things had no significance. It was just for prop, which is freaking messed up. You know, I would have thought like, if they're trying to connect these things to like past events and how the creeper came to be, they even had like the cat lady that the creeper killed in the first movie as like a little voodoo doll. They even had Derry as a little voodoo doll. Like, it was not enjoyable. Like, I don't know who in the right mind will go take their money, earn money to just spend on in a theater that the money's not even gonna cost no good. And back to like the creeper himself, the creeper was completely ass. Like, I would not curse at something, but this is exactly my opinion. Like, this is how I feel. I feel like I just watched something and it got me upset. Art is supposed to be subjective. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to create something that people are gonna love and respect the art. But when you flat out don't put no effort into it, even though we were in a pandemic, You could have done much better. You could have done much better, and I feel as if people are just playing with people's emotions and hard-earned money to really put something out just because it's money. Sometimes good money doesn't give you quality stuff. And let me tell you, the characters are just even worse. Like the people that was dressed up were looking better than the people that was supposed to be playing in the movie. That's how bad it was. They had all these freakish things, voodoo things, had nothing to do with the creeper, and then eventually they brought up like these cult members that I guess worship the creeper. Whenever he wants to eat something, they just give the creeper whatever he wants. Like, that was literally the movie, what it was about. And these things got never brought up again. And mind you, these little lower things and stuff, that was very prominent until like, and I guess that rock that's in the middle, when they moved the rock, it ended up being a part of the cellar where the creeper just dumped these bodies down there. And they clearly took some side effects to like New Orleans and stuff like that. Like all these shooting, it felt like you just spent your whole money on not budgeting, and the marketing was bad. Like the marketing for this movie was so bad. It got delayed, copyright, even due to the fact that the creator was such an asshole that nobody don't want to associate themselves with the movie, and at the same time nobody don't want to put effort to make this movie great. And look at the creeper. Look exactly what the creeper looks like. They look like two stupid motherfuckers, and like, I'm not even lying, and I normally don't curse something. The design is so bad, and one of those little hands are popping up. Like, why the creeper looks more human than what he's supposed to look like? And the creeper is not supposed to be this damn tall. No, they look like the bad version of white chicks. Like, this is how bad it is. The creepers are freakishly tall. The cast is poor as hell. Like the casting for the performance of the creeper is so bad. At least in the third movie, where you could feel that the people were actually playing their part. Like when the chief was like maybe touching the creeper or getting a scent of what he is the secret to what he might be. Like that gave you a suspense, like, oh crap, like he knows what he's talking about. Like he's trying to figure out what the creeper is and how ancient he is. Like that was so cool to me in the third movie, where the creeper goes to show how ancient he is by like really investing and showing how powerful he is and how crazy the creeper could be just by and then the creeper still had like his normal powers, where his nostrils could split and smell your fear even though you're sitting inside the car. That was the only part of the film poster that was cool, and they never showed that baby carriage again. Like they never showed it up. There's so many part that they never brought up again. Like if I were creating a Jeepers Creepers movie, I would have put much effort into this. Like the cast, like I said, was very, very bad. Like for the opening of the film, that they have another creeper inside of another creeper universe. Like they already make films about the creeper, so everybody basically like so down and cool. Like it's like they're not scared that the creeper is actually a living thing, and they're not. It's stupid. It's stupid to me. Like the threat level was not there. It felt like white. It just felt washed. Like the creeper looked washed off, and I would pray that Jonathan Brick came back. And this is the thing I was saying about Papa Legba character that they created. I guess they had all the different mythological things there. Like I don't understand. I don't understand. Like it's like, is that even a film or just sketches or a skit? This was like a big skit. And it seems like everybody failed miserably at that. Like the creeper, the suspense was not there. Like the creeper got mad because people were touching his freaking little radio sonogram thing. It's like he got mad just by people breaking it. He had like a whole kid tantrum just because they touched his freaking music box thing. Like it was not good. It was not good. Like I don't know what to say. The only good thing, like I said, about the opening is that I was getting the feeling. At first, the movie was very good for at least 5 minutes of it, and then it just went downhill. It just started going downhill from just after the two elderly couples I guess it was a reenactment. After that reenactment, it just went bad. It just went bad. They just rushed the whole movie. No wonder the movie was like an hour and 35 minutes. Like, nobody's gonna sit there till like a 2.5. I think the first and second was like 2 hours, I think. And the 2 hours were worth it. Like it carries you on to the second part of the movie. Whereas this one is like, the main character was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're real. And it's like the creeper's just standing there, and he even find a way to throw a punch at the creeper, and it's like they were holding him back instead of trying to keep the creeper at bay. Like, I don't understand this. I don't. Like, I felt like I could have done a better job. And I'm not even a filmmaker. Like, true fans will know, like, where to start off. Like, for an example, if they really wanted to make this movie good, they could have, like, explained, like, this scene where they show it in the news or something, where they were like, long ago, 23 years ago, we found a bunch of bodies, local Pobo updates in the past, and they could have just create the suspense on that. And even the way that the creeper came back, it was stupid. And like I said before, the creeper looks like Ivan Ooze from Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know why. There's an obsession with Ivan Ooze. Like, first they did that to Apocalypse, they did that to Jeepers Creepers. I don't know what other characters that they did that to, but it's like this person cannot get their hands off Ivan Ooze. I don't know why. It's like that's their favorite character that they come up with. And if you don't know who Ivan Ooze is, and if you guys were too old to know too young to know who Ivan Ooze is from Morphin Power Rangers, I could look it up for you so you know exactly what I'm saying. I will type it out for you guys, and then you guys will see exactly what I mean. So, Power Rangers, I think it's Ivan, yeah, it's right here, Ivan Ooze. No, those are just a cast of the Morphin Power Rangers. Let me just type in that real quick. Ivan Ooze, right? When you click on image, this is who freaking Ivan Ooze is. And if you put the picture side to side, you will realize that the creeper and him looks exactly the freaking same. You see? Let me put it side to side so you could see exactly what I'm talking about. It's bad. The only thing that's missing is that his chin is twirled up. They almost have the same freaking face. He's purple and he's, I guess, hungry. The creeper looks hungry, like malnourished. Like, how you have Ivan Ooze in Jeepers Creepers? Mind you, that's not supposed to be happening. Like, we would assume the girl that was, I thought that she would have been like the new Giselle for this movie, where she could have had like premonition about what the creeper might be. She ended up becoming a failure. She ended up becoming one of the cults. Like, I don't know what to say about this movie. Like I said, if I were to create the Jeepers Creepers movie, and look, they even had, before I continue, they even have her portraying other characters that kind of are like the godfathers of horror movies, like Freddy, Jason, Scissorhands. Like, she had all these people she was playing. They even had Harley Quinn in this bit. And then this girl looks like a freaking Taylor Swift. It was bad. Like, they were too cheesy for this movie. They even had it in the background, just not serious. Like, it was bad, guys. Like, I'm a person, like, I give it the truth. I give you guys the best I can. And it's like, I could not get into this movie. Like, everything felt so off. Like, everyone was too cheesy. The connection was not right. And the creeper has like this weird look in this scene because everything is so 3D. I'm like, when did it get night? Where did this moon come from? And you could clearly see the moon is one side and then one side is dark. It's like it's just about to get dark. Now the creeper looks dusty over here. Like, he looked completely dusty. Like, I don't understand. And then the creeper has this ability, I guess, in this one. And look at the wings. The wing looks fake. And look, when they trying to hit him, he had his finger like this. And his hat looked like it's made out of freaking garbage paper. He looked like a giant garbage bag with a face. The only scene that was good is when his head goes down and they can't see his face. That's the only way that the creeper looks better. Other than that, it looks so damn fake. It looks so fake. And look, that crow, that's the only crow that is albino out of the whole group. And I guess that crow is Hitachi because it has Sharingan, basically. And that crow basically gives him the ability of wherever the person is, they will find it. Now, I know that the original thing where the creeper knows exactly who he could hunt based on your fears. At the end, they threw a whole freaking harpoon and just gagged the creeper and just had him just stacked there like a damn barbecue. Like, the creeper was not even strong in this movie. Like, normally the first and second one, you saw that the creeper is so abnormally strong that he almost ripped the bus in two. And the creeper has the ability, I guess, to make his body heavier. Like, when he fell on the bus, the whole bus got exploded. All the windows got broken. And the creeper tricked them without... The original creeper did not even talk. He didn't have to show too much human movement. He just showed that he's so smart that he don't need to like do too much. And even at the end of the movie, her eyes turns black, and I guess at the end the creeper turned around and they showed that the creeper was completely like a human skin. He looked like a gigantic mole rat. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this movie is even worth watching? That's how bad it was. I never got upset because of a movie, but I'm already there. Like, it was that bad, guys. Normally I do not get upset at things. It was that bad. Like I told you guys, if I were creating a Jeepers Creepers movie, I would have started right in between the third movie or the second one, where we understand his feeding cycle. And because even in the comic books, we heard that the creeper is somewhat of a dragon god, and they gave us like different history of how old this thing is. He passed Roanoke, he passed Aztec, he passed all these different eras of humanity's civilization. And there was even a deleted scene in the second one where behind the cornfield was basically a whole battleground that was dug in the ground. And inside that battleground, one of the shields that they were fighting had the creeper on it. And the creeper was, I guess, some sort of a dragon that those knights were fighting. And when you look at the mask that they had like on the shield, it's like half man and half, like he had like the normal face, and then the other face was like when he opened up his like face scales. Like, it was so cool. They could have continued it there where they started investigating what the creeper is, and they started talking about local legends, like this is what we found. Like, you couldn't make it like, you saw how in the Godzilla movie where they were started talking about the history of the titans and stuff, and they had those things in like the picture walls to like those civilization are giving warnings that If you see this thing, you have to run. You have to find a way to stop it at any case. You could have did something like that where you create these local legends, civilization around it to show how dangerous the creeper is. We didn't get none of that. So let me know what you guys think. This was my review on this movie. I give it a F out of a F. Like, there's nothing for me to discuss. Bye bye.